Hey, thanks for watching What's Going On. We're here today to talk about your fantasy football lineup for week 3. A distressing week for some of us to build a lineup given the carnage that we've suffered. Hey, I'm Chris. Before we do anything else in this video, I would love it if you would like the video. You don't even know if you like it yet, but trust me, you will. And also click the little bell and subscribe. Now, I don't know if I have tons of wisdom for you when it comes to filling in for superstars. You're not going to have Barkley or McCaffrey or Michael Thomas or Cortland Sutton or Le'Veon Bell and many other players. Honestly, I can't really solve those lineup problems for you. We've talked about some of their replacements in the waiver show. I got a couple of potential receiver replacements for you later today as well. I kind of just want to take a break from all that and look at some film that I liked from week 2 and talk about some players. So let's do it. Let's start with Deante Johnson. It has not all been perfect for Deante Johnson to this point. Here he is fumbling on the first offensive play of the game on Sunday. Fortunately, he got it back. Not exactly the way we're looking to get going. He had a drop on an easy slant in the 2-minute drill at the end of the first half against the Giants back in week 1. That wasn't great. Here's one where he doesn't hear an audible or he doesn't realize he's supposed to be the hot receiver and never even turns around. And here he was fumbling a punt in the first quarter, and none of these things are awesome. Deante Johnson is making mistakes, but he's also continuing to get opportunities. And I want to show you why. Here he's lined up wide left. He's got Corey Ballentine in man. There's a single safety who could help if Johnson goes deep, but that's not this play. This is an outbreaking mid-range throw. I just want you to watch how Johnson comes out of his route, out of his break. It's just smooth. His body never stops gliding. That's how you can tell when their heads don't move, right? There's no loss of speed. He is a cut-on-a-dime player. Here he's wide right. He's the inverted flanker, and this is a simple little out route, but the point is get the ball in his hands, because when you do, he can do that, and he can do that. You know, first guy misses, second guy, a jab step to hell. And here he's wide left. This winds up being a nice play by Ben Roethlisberger. He extends it. He throws against his body, getting out of the pocket. But let's watch the smoothness of the touchdown catch. Johnson powers down, and then it's thrown a little behind him. No problem. That's a really good catch. You know what I'm going to say, right? You know who I'm going to compare him to. Yeah, he's had a couple of drops. He can also do this. He's in the right uniform. The obvious comp, the ceiling comp is Antonio Brown. And you know what else Antonio Brown did early in his career? He was a punt returner, and so was Deante Johnson. And this one wound up being called back for a block in the back. I'm not sure I agreed with the call, but it certainly shows off Deante's speed. Here's another one. Like, people, what is this nonsense? He's running around. He's quick, he's fast, he's dangerous, and the Steelers seem to be willing to put up with the growing pains. For the first time this week, I ranked Johnson ahead of Juju. And it's not like I don't like Juju. I have them back-to-back, 21 and 22. But with him, you're relying on the big slot. You're relying on volume and red zone touchdowns. And the volume has actually been with Johnson the first 2 weeks. He's really the playmaker. I like them both. You can be starting them both. The Steelers' offense looks good. Johnson has the makings of a star. I'll get back to more Week 3 rank talk in just a second. Let me thank the sponsor for today. I'm wearing them on my face. Felix Gray glasses. Anytime that I'm on a screen, I am wearing my Felix Gray glasses. If you're looking for a way to make sure you keep getting free content on our channel, the way to do it is to pick a sponsor and support them. And if you're watching this on a screen, it tells me maybe you could use some Felix Grays. You've probably heard about blue light filtering glasses. There are a lot of types out there. Felix Gray has been around just about the longest, and they have a patented technology that filters out a broader range of blue light than most of their competitors. If you get headaches or blurry vision from being on screens all day, that's digital eye strain. I had it. My digital eye strain's so much better since I've been wearing Felix Grays. If you need a prescription, great. If you don't, they can do that too. Free shipping, free returns. Check them out. It really does help the channel. And more importantly, it will help your eyes. FelixGrayGlasses.com/HarrisTube. Okay, let's get back to it. As you've seen throughout, my Week 3 preliminary ranks are scrolling as I talk. Please go to harrisfootball.com and find the latest ranks. But Miles Sanders is very clearly inside the top 10 running backs. It's a good matchup against the Bengals. I'm not really questioning his rank for this week. And last week was his first action, so I just figured it would make sense to just check him out on film. And the first thing any good fantasy football wonk will tell you is, I don't care how he looked on film. Look at that workload. That's all that matters. You kidding me? 23 touches, 130. He's amazing. And the reason I want to look at his first game on film isn't to call him not amazing, isn't to certainly not call him a fantasy starter. I'm ranking him RB7. But I just sort of want my opinion on his ability to be current, to evolve. And okay, it did not start well. You can see this isn't just any old fumble. It's a pretty soft fumble for a prospect who had fumble worries out of college. Now, Sanders only dropped it twice in 229 touches last year, so I'm not freaking out over one fumble. I'm cutting him some slack. And don't worry, there was definitely good stuff. I'll show you good stuff. Hang in there. This is the kind of play I think where Sanders gets himself in trouble. There's a pulling guard offensive left side, right? And Sanders is probably supposed to go left. It's okay if you cut it back. Sanders can cut. He absolutely can. It was just never going to work with number 59 there, Micah Kiser, unblocked. And if you thought you saw something, I'm just not sure what you saw. Nobody is going to be blocking for you over to your right. So then you just run toward the sideline, and there's 8 guys converging on you, and you can't cut. It's not good vision, and it's not good play understanding. Here's one that's outside zone to the left, and when Sanders gets to the left edge, he correctly realizes, all right, the Rams have outside contained, but Jason Peters has pushed his guy up the field, so yes, cut. Go upfield. After he puts his foot in the ground to change direction and sort of moves a little bit, let's freeze it, and you can see, hit it, dude. He should accelerate directly where the play wants him to, right in that pocket that the offensive linemen have carved out. But as we proceed, you will see Sanders does not do that. Dance, dance, revolution. It's not the biggest sin in the world, but he's combining too much dancing with not seeing it great. Not every time. You're going to see this one coming right at you. As the play develops, you'll see a huge hole on inside zone, and for a second, it looks like he might not see it, but he does, and he cuts into it, and he's such a good athlete. He accelerates. It works really well. It's 15 yards. And when you do make it easy for him, give him an obvious running lane, boom, he hits it. He scores. He doesn't dance every time. He's just a really fast player, and he has enough lateral agility to keep teams honest if he applies it right. Obviously, I love the workload. I love the matchups against the Bengals this week. And I love the stuff Sanders can do when his offense makes it relatively easy on him. It was a good effort last week, really good statistically. Hopefully, it's going to mean more. But I do worry that we'll get some games where he kind of can't get out of his own way. Okay, and so let's just take a quick survey of some other things I saw on film from over the weekend that inform the ranks. If I had to pick one receiver I'm interested in starting if I lost Courtland Sutton, it's hard. There's no obvious candidate. We're talking sort of a deeper league and you're sort of stuck. I might pick Laviska Shenault. And yes, what we've been showing you is the rookie wide receiver getting handoffs 5 times against the Titans. The Jags are using him like the Niners used Deebo Samuel last year. And as a receiver, do I want to start him? No. But if I'm in a desperate situation, he only has 3 catches in each of his first 3 games. But I see a hands grab on a high ball like that, I take notice. Again, deeper league. You could also pick KJ Hamler as not someone to start this week, but more of a high-risk season-long bet. Pick him off your waiver wire because his first NFL game last week, that dude seems to have come into the league knowing how to get open. That is a nasty toast of man coverage right there. Here he's coming right at a defender, and he gives him the dream shake and runs the in, and if he's going to be that quick, that's really hard to stay with. Here he's split wide right, and he goes deep, and when he gets to the top of his route, that's just not teachable. That smoothness, it's the same thing as Deante Johnson, that you totally change direction, your body stays still, your head stays still, instant separation. I'm interested in KJ Hamler. I ranked rookie quarterback Justin Herbert number 22 this week, It's hard to start him just because he's only played one game. But this throw, this was as good as anything as Joe Burrow has done in 2 games. I admit it, I was impressed with Herbert. That's a great throw. He really had one bad mistake. Otherwise, against the Chiefs, I thought he was pretty good. And from the young to the old, and by the way, who you calling old, Tom Brady is QB 10 for me against the Broncos this week. But if you have any question about whether Brady still has arm strength or is somehow now dead-armed, you're saying that for Drew Brees, don't say it for Tom Brady. This is a laser. Here's an example of what it looks like when a running back can find a huge hole. Here's Melvin Gordon. And right now, I think the difference between Gordon and Sanders is vision. Sanders is a better athlete right now, but I think Gordon has better vision. That is a massive hole, but you want your guy finding it fast and getting there and then spin twice and get 17 yards as well. But that's not really even the melee highlight I wanted to show. Here he gets matched on linebacker Vince Williams, and Williams stays with him. Good job. And then it's a good throw, and that's a wide receiver catch. Now, I'm old enough to remember when Melvin Gordon was never going to be a receiving back in his career. But my favorite running back catch of week 2, it was Aaron Jones. So here he's split wide right, as an isolated receiver. He's on a corner. That's Jones matched man-on-man against corner Darrell Roberts. And let's watch what happens. Yes, Jones had a long touchdown run. He scored, I think, 2 other times, right? We love all of that. Oh, love this too. He is quite a player. And there you have it, our Week 3 ranks show, my excuse to show you some guys on film that I'm really interested in, that I think you should see, and we'll keep track of as the season goes along. I mentioned, please like, please subscribe. A message down in the comments, a comment down in the messages, whatever. That would be wonderful too. And in addition, support the sponsor, Felix Gray. You could use the glasses, and it really does help the channel. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.